Hello, Silver Valley Duelist here. I'm going to show you how to make a banishment deck. First off, we're going to start off with 3 Cyber Valleys. They're perfect for defense because if you somebody attacks you, you can end the battle phase and draw 1 card. Also, you can get some of your cards out of the graveyard by banishing 1 card from your hand and 1 card on the field, which is the Cyber Valley. And then you can also draw 2 cards by banishing the Cyber Valley and 1 other card. Marshmelons, I like to keep these because they cannot be destroyed by battle. Just lay them in defense and they should help you throughout the game, hopefully. 3 Kree Bandits. They're perfect for milling and grabbing your spell and trap cards, which we'll get into later. But they mill your deck, so you can use your Eater of the Millions to banish your graveyard, or extra deck, which we'll get into later. I'm not going to show you the extra deck because you can make that your own. Usually I don't use the extra deck, I just remove it from play. But any card that battles with this is banished, and it gains 100 for each card that you banished. Next is one Chaos Sorcerer. It's really helpful. You just banish one dark monster and 1 light monster, special summon it. You can also do it from the grave by removing 1 light and dark monster from your hand. But any monster that he battles, you banish that target. Next, we have my Necro Faces. 2 of them. Good way of restarting your mill deck, especially after you've used Eater of the Millions to banish them face down. Even knowing your cards are banished face down, your Necro Face still gains 100 for each banished card. So that's pretty good. This is my win-win. These cards, Grand Maju Deiza, he gains 400 attack and defense for each banished card. So keep that in mind. Those are really good to use together, these ones. Now, I like to put in 1 Plague Spreader Zombie for a tuner, so I can get my Beazle out. It's perfect for getting a tune monster, synchro monster out. And of course 1 Rainbow Karibo, just for good defense. Now with the spell cards, I put in a Monster Reborn, so you can get your monsters back, or you can take it from somebody else's graveyard. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Nobleman of Extermination. It destroys 1 face down card in your opponent's spell and trap card zone, and if it's a trap, you get to remove from play each trap card of that kind from his deck from play. Swords of Revealing Light, just to buy you some time. Monster Reincarnation, perfect to get some of your monsters back if you need them. Reasoning, that's really good to mill your deck and also special summon a monster It's helped me out quite a bit on milling my deck. 1 spider web. It's good for when your opponent attacks, it changes that monster to defense position. It stays there until the controller's next turn. 1 soul absorption, so you can gain 500 life points for each monster that got removed from play. For each card that got removed from play, you get 500 life points. And a Mystic Woke, for when you get your Grey Maju DIs out and say he has like 1100 life attack points, you can use Mystic Woke, and my gosh, you can just pretty much gain a crap load of life points. 1 Fairy Winds to get rid of your opponent's spell and trap cards. They also lose 200 damage for each one that gets destroyed. A Compulse for when somebody has a monster that say you cannot be destroyed by battle, well, you can return it to its hand. Good for those fusion and XYZs and synchrons. They just get returned. Torrential Tribute. It's good for when an opponent special summons a lot of monsters, and then you activate Torrent to destroy all monsters on the field. Kind of like a Dark Hole. Bottomless Trap Hole. It's perfect to remove 1 monster from your opponent that's being summoned from play. Counter Gate. When an opponent declares a direct attack, you can draw 1 card, and if it's a monster, you can remove it from play. I mean, if it's a monster, you can normal summon it.
I'm guilty. I figured it was you.
Special summon it.
I have the perfect picture to show you, Charlie.
A monster declares an attack. Can use 1 level 4 or lower monster from the graveyard. Special summon in defense position. That's perfect for one of these. Good to get one of these out in defense. Wild Tornado. Perfect if somebody destroys your spell and trap cards. If he destroys one of these, you get to destroy one of his face-up cards on the field.
Apparently I got 23 viewers.
Paleozoic Dinomischus. Discard 1 card to banish 1 card on the field.
I had a couple people who viewed my first deck profile video. 20
Metalmorph.
people viewed that video.
Now that's a really good card when you attack and somebody has a higher attack than you do. Then you can gain that monster's attack. You can gain its additional attack during damage calculation, equal to half the attack target. So you gain half his attack for that monster. Flashbang. It's good in case somebody does a direct attack and has a couple of monsters left for you. You end his battle phase. Draining Shield. Good for gaining life points and negating somebody's attack.
Oh, mine ended it. It rang and then it went to voicemail.
And of course, 2 Ceasefires. Your opponent will lose 500 for each effect monster on the field. Also, each face-down monster is flipped.
Like that card.
Effects aren't activated at that time. Well, there you have it. There's my deck, and I have about 20 cards for the extra deck. I'm not going to show you what they are, but basically you can create your own extra deck. It doesn't matter, because basically you're going to be using either of the millions to be banishing them face down.
See, that's what I
And there you have it. Later, me and my friend are gonna test out our game, test out our decks, and see how they work against each other. Best 2 out of 3. Tournament rules. Okay. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you liked my deck. Hopefully you copy it and see how it works. You got any comments? Just go ahead and comment down below if you have any ideas for my deck. That would help. Also add me on Duel Links, POKINSMOT, and I'll get back to you.